You look so excited. Your eyes are huge.
We're going to sing a song, and I'm going to learn a new song. So what is this song?
Ready?
Yes.
This is called Hanukkah, oh Hanukkah.
Okay.
Hanukkah, oh Hanukkah, come light the menorah. Let's have a party, we'll all dance the hora. Gather round the table, I'll give you a treat. Sevivon to play with and latkes to eat. And while we are playing, the candles are burning bright. One for each night it sheds a sweet light to remind us of days long ago. That's the story of Hanukkah.
Really?
Yeah.
Museum friends,
Oh,
I am
hi.
so glad you joined us. We are going to be talking about holiday traditions this month at Monday at the museum. And we're starting off with Hanukkah because today actually is the second day of Hanukkah. It started last night. And so we're going to be talking, I like to talk about the museum and some of the things that you can see in the museum. And one of the things we have is we have some pictures of the old synagogue. What's a synagogue? A synagogue is a place of worship for Jewish people. It's their safe place, and it's where they go to pray. And one of the things they did when they came here a long time ago, over 100 years ago, they built a synagogue downtown. And so I wanted to show you some pictures of that synagogue. All right, this is the synagogue in 1950. That's almost 100 years after it was built. Notice some of the different things that are going on. It's a white building, and it has a whole bunch of trees around it, doesn't it? All right, now I want to show you what it looks like today. This is what it looks like today. We lost all those trees because they became a parking lot. And they also added another building beside it that was part of the government building, and it kept records for a very long time. It was called an ordinary building. Yeah, and the cool thing is it was fireproof. And so that's why a lot of the records in Augusta we still have because of that fireproof building. So we've got two different pictures of this wonderful synagogue. Guess what? Today that building is the Augusta Jewish Museum. So it's going to be a lot like the Augusta Museum of History and have exhibits and things that you can learn more about the Jewish community and their impact and what they did in Augusta. Just like coming here to the museum and learning more about Augusta. So we're going to be talking about Hanukkah today and learning more about all those wonderful things that, holiday traditions that we do, like sing songs and stories and games. We're going to learn about those today. So I'm going to send it over to Caitlin to tell you more about it.
Hi there, friends. How are you today? So, we're going to start things off by saying hello and good morning in Hebrew. And I think you can help me.
I think so.
So the word shalom means hello, it means goodbye, and it also means peace. So we get to start things by saying shalom, shalom, hi. And then I'm going to say boker tov. When I say boker tov, it means good morning. When I say boker tov, you say boker or, which means good light. So, ready? Boker tov. I heard you say boker or. Now it's our turn. I'm going to say boker or, and you can say boker tov. Ready? Boker or. Boker tov, you did it. Good job.
Exactly.
Well, Hanukkah is one of my favorite holidays, and the Jewish people have a lot of fun holidays and fun traditions on how they celebrate. But I think it might be helpful if we pull out my handy-dandy storyboard. Mom, do you think you could help me?
Oh, I think so.
Okay. We're gonna put our big storyboard right here, and I'm gonna use it with my puppets. Now, Mom and Dad, you can get the link to these puppets on pjlibrary.org. And these puppets are so fun to play with. You can cut them out. I put mine on some sticks, and I put some magnets on the back so we can use them. I have a couple different characters that we're gonna introduce. But first, when did this happen? A long time ago. Not just a little long, but a long time ago. There were some people who lived in Syria and Greece. Let's introduce some of these characters, shall we? This is King Antiochus, and he was in charge of the Syrian Greece people. There he is on our board over here. And he had lots of soldiers in his army, and these soldiers would come with big swords. So look at them, they're gonna hang out right here. Now, there were lots of different types of people living in Syria and Greece at this time. Not just the Grecian people, but also the Hebrew people, the Israelites. There was a family of Israelites called the Maccabees. The dad in this family is Matthias Maccabee, and he had lots of sons and daughters and friends. But the one that we're going to talk about today is Judah Maccabee. Judah Maccabee loved to stand up for what was right, and he was a very kind person. So, we're going to put him here, but don't forget. Now, King Antiochus, he was not a kind king, and he did not make good choices with his words. He made a very long list. I mean, long, and it said some things on there. It said the Jewish people cannot pray the way they want to pray, and the Jewish people, they can't play the way they want to play. They weren't allowed to live where they wanted to, and Antiochus wanted them to eat foods that they didn't want to eat, and made a whole bunch of rules. When the Maccabees and the Jewish people did not want to do this, King Antiochus sent his soldiers over to bully them. Ooh, this is definitely not being kind. I don't like it when people are mean. Do you like it when people are mean? No, and the Maccabees didn't either. So these soldiers came, and they came into the temple. A temple is another word for a synagogue. And just like my mom was saying, a synagogue is a special place where the Jewish people come to pray. Do you have a special place at your house? Someplace that makes you feel safe and happy? My house, I love my bedroom. My bedroom is where my cozy bed is. It's where all of my lovies live. And in fact, it's where I read stories with my mom and my dad. It's my special place, and so I don't want it to be knocked over, and I don't want it to be messy. I want it to be my special safe place. And then these soldiers came, and they turned that temple into a huge mess. Oh, it made the Maccabees, particularly Judah Maccabee, so sad. I don't think he liked it when the temple was trashed, and there was a huge mess. And so he said, no. In fact, he said it 3 times. Can you say it with me? Ready? No. I am going to stand up for what is right. And it is not right to be mean and to be a bully. It wasn't right. So he gathered his shields, and they gathered their swords, and they decided to fight off the soldiers. And they said, leave, this is not nice. And they fought all day, and they fought all night, and they were fighting until eventually the Maccabees sent the soldiers away. Goodbye. And King Antiochus left too. He fled. Look at him run, all the way away. When the Maccabees and Judah and Matthias, when they went back into their temple, there was a huge mess. and it was getting dark, and they were starting to lose daylight. Remember, this was a long time ago. They didn't have any lamps. They didn't have electricity that you could plug in a light. They didn't even have flashlights. They had to use fire in order to see, to clean up the big mess. Now, inside the temple and in the synagogue, Jewish people have beautiful menorahs. And these menorahs are places where you can put candles or oil so you can light up the night. This is a really important symbol for Hanukkah because when they came into the temple, the menorah was on the ground. It's a special object. It's like if someone threw your levies on the ground. That's not nice. So the Maccabees put the menorah up, and they realized that they only had enough oil in their oil pitcher to light it for one night. They needed so much more light to clean up the big mess, but they poured in the oil, and they lit that one candle, and they started to clean. Have you ever had a big mess and you needed lots of help? Well, the Maccabees helped each other. They helped clean up and move the chairs and the tables and the lamps and the menorahs and even the Torah, the special religious text for the Jewish people, they put back in its special home called the Ark. Everything was getting clean, but they were running out of light, and that's when they noticed that the menorah, it didn't stay lit for just one night. It kept going on and on. It lasted for 8 nights. Can you count that with me? This is so big. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 nights. And in that time period, they were able to clean and put all of the temple back together. All of the people who'd gotten hurt in the battle were able to rest and recover. And they realized that a great miracle had happened. They thought that their God had made sure the oil had lasted 8 nights so everyone could come together. This is the story of Hanukkah and one of the big reasons why it's important to stand up for what is right. When you are like Judah Maccabee and you don't let mean people be mean, you are helping shine a light in the world. And so the Jewish people come together in November or December, depending on when Hanukkah is each year, and they remember how important it is to be a helper and to be the light that shines and makes things bright. Mom, thank you so much. I'm going to put my puppets over here on the board. Now remember, friends, you can play with these puppets at home too and tell the story the way you like to. Thank you so much. Just like with any holiday, we also have fun traditions on how we celebrate it. I know. One of my favorite things is to celebrate with food. Food is so delicious, and at Hanukkah time, we eat things that are fried in oil, just like the oil that was used to light the Hanukkah.
Oh, you talked about that in your song.
I did talk about it in our song. One of my favorite things to eat are latkes.
Yeah?
Do you know what a latke is, Mom?
No.
A latke, you guys, it's a potato pancake, and it is yummy in my tummy. Oh, it's so good. But guess what? You don't put syrup on this pancake.
No?
And you don't have to eat it just for breakfast. These pancakes are made from potatoes and fried in oil. And I put applesauce on top. Or my favorite, sour cream. I know! Isn't that crazy? But it tastes so, so yummy.
Yummy.
The other thing that I love to eat are donuts. And at Hanukkah time, the markets in Israel have tons of beautiful jelly-filled donuts. If it were up to me, I'd have an apricot-filled donut. What kind of jelly would you have?
I like strawberry jelly.
Ooh, that would be
Special.
delicious.
Yes.
What kind of jelly would you have in your special donut? Oh, wow, that sounds delicious.
It sure does.
Outside of eating, there's also lots of fun games and songs, just like the one that we sang earlier. Sometimes I like to play my favorite game, Dreidel, even when it's not Hanukkah time. Can I teach you the rules of Dreidel?
That would be
Mom?
so much fun.
Awesome. My friends at home, you can get all of these supplies online if you're interested. You can even make your own dreidel. But first, I might have to explain what a dreidel is. A dreidel is a spinning top, but it's used specifically for Hanukkah time because it has symbols on each of them that help you play the rules. Nes, Gadol, Haya, Sham. Those are the symbols that are on here, and that stands for a great miracle happened there, because we're talking about the miracle of Hanukkah. When I spin it, and I'll spin it in just a second, I know you're excited, I'm excited too. It's gonna land on one of these symbols, and those are the rules that help me tell how I'm gonna play the game. Before we get spinning, we have to split up our gelt. Gelt usually is chocolate coins that are covered in a gold foil, but today we're gonna use our tiny little gelt. Oh, you can see them if you look really closely. Our tiny paper gelt. Sometimes when I play, I like to also use things like M&Ms or even erasers. So we're gonna split this in half. My mom's gonna get some and I'm gonna get some. Before we start though, we have to put some gelt, some money in the middle. This is called the pot. So we're gonna put 2 pieces in, ready? 1, 2, 3, 4. So 2 pieces each, 2 and 2 equals 4. Each of the different symbols tell you different things. If I land on Gimel, Gimel means you get all. Everything. So you get everything in the middle. If I land on Hey, that means half. That's helpful. Hey and half begin with the sound for H. Then I go over here to Shin. Shin is an uh-oh. Shin means you put one in. So I'd have to put one here to there. And the last one, you guys will remember this one, it's Nun. And Nun means none. You get nothing. Nothing happens.
Nothing.
It's just the other person's turn. Mom, would you like to spin first and see what you land on?
Let's see what we can do.
Look at her spin. It's going round and around and around. Don't get dizzy.
Okay.
She landed on Shin.
You remember what that means?
Put one in. Okay,
all right.
It's my turn now.
Okay.
Okay, I'm gonna use my fingers here to spin it. If you're having trouble, Mom and Dad can help, but I think you can do it. Ready, spin.
There we go.
It's going round and around and around we go, just like a spinning top. I landed on Gimel. I get all.
All of it.
All of it's mine now.
All right.
And imagine if this was a bunch of M&Ms, that would be a lot of M&Ms. To continue playing, we have to refill the middle again. So 1, 2, 3, 4. You can also put more in the middle if you'd like, but we're just starting small today. Your turn, Mom.
All right. Let's see if I can get Gimel.
Let's see. She did! I did! She
So
got
I get to
Gimel.
get all of them.
Now this game can go on forever and ever and ever, as long as you want to play. And as soon as you're ready, you can stop, unwrap your chocolate, and gobble it up with your friends. I like playing games like the dreidel, but one of my favorite things is looking at the beautiful lights of the menorah. And you have a menorah with you wherever you go. What? Yeah. For Hanukkah, the menorah is a special name. It's called a Hanukkah, and it doesn't have just 8, it actually has 9 candles. Can you put your hands up together? You can either twist your thumbs to make a candle or put them side by side, whatever works best. Okay, let's count, and we're gonna count in Hebrew this time, so follow with Miss Caitlin. Ready? Echad, shtayim, shalosh, arban, chamesh, shesh, sheva, shemone. We have 8 candles burning bright. Mom, I'm going to use your Hanukkah candle to talk about my favorite part about the menorah. So when you light your Hanukkah, you can't just light the candle on the side. No, you have to use the helper candle, the Shamash candle, which is the 9th candle right here in the middle. So for the first night of Hanukkah last night, we lit the shamash candle, we said our prayers, and then we lit just one candle here. And the Hanukkah candles, you do not blow them out. Birthday candles we blow out, but not Hanukkah candles, not Shabbat candles. You let that light burn all the way down so we can remember the beautiful light. This shamash candle right here is a helper candle, and it's there to help light the other candles and also remind us what it's like to be a helper. We can bring the light to our celebrations for Hanukkah, but also every day by standing up for what is right and for the people that we love. Mom, do you think we could twinkle our menorahs as we say goodbye? Bye, friends. Remember, shalom also means goodbye. So, shalom.
But wait a minute.
What, Mom?
We forgot about our craft. We got so fun. It was so fun playing Dreidel. Can we do something edible?
Are you talking about a snacktivity?
A snacktivity. Let's do it. All right?
I like activities that you can eat. It's an edible or eatable craft. We need a few supplies. First, do you have pretzel sticks at your house? Okay. Do you happen to have a fluffy jumbo marshmallow at your house? You do? Oh, this is great. Some other supplies include a Hershey Kiss, which we will unwrap because we don't want it wrapped up. We want the chocolate part. Just like in the temple though, don't throw your trash on the floor. Make sure it goes back in the trash can or the recycling. Thank you. And last but not least, we need some kind of food glue. I, today, am using Nutella, but you can also use any other hazelnut spread or frosting, anything that helps keep our dreidel together. First step first, let's grab our stick, and our fluffy marshmallow. All right, we are going to use our 2 fingers here. These are going to be our twisting fingers, okay? We're going to put our pretzel stick in between and practice twisting. Good job on your fine motors. We're going to put it in the middle of our marshmallow and we're just going to twist it in. Twist, 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 twist. You don't want to push. You're going to squish your fluffy marshmallow, so you have to gently push it in. When it's done, it kind of looks like a marshmallow with a stick coming out. Don't worry if your pretzel breaks or if things get smushed. The best part about a snacktivity is making it and eating it. Okay, but this doesn't look like my dreidel over here. It doesn't have a pointy end on the bottom.
No.
So we need to get our glue. Today, I am going to use a spoon to spread my glue, but you can also use a knife or even a finger. We're going to take some and we're going to put it on the bottom of our marshmallow all around. It's going to be so yummy. Here you go, Mom.
All right.
Okay, and while she puts that on, we're going to have to count to 8 again to make sure our glue dries. We're going to take our Hershey Kiss, we're going to put it on top of our marshmallow, and we're going to count to 8. Ready? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And now you can take your hands off and turn it upside down. Look, you made a dreidel. And even better, this looks delicious. You can make just 1 dreidel or even 8. You can make so many that you can share with your neighbors, your friends, and your family. What I like about snacktivities is that you can do this in the morning and even freeze them later so they're nice and hard and crunchy. My friends, I hope you had a really great time celebrating Hanukkah with us because we had a good time celebrating with you.
We are so excited that you joined us, and have a wonderful, happy Hanukkah. Thank you so much.
Chag Sameach.
Shalom.